Hello students, I am Ravi Shankar Rai, Assistant Professor in the School of Hotel Management, BBD University, Lucknow. Students, today we will discuss our front office topic, that the course code is your PHM 2603, and we will discuss our first unique last topic, that is your handling emergency situations. In this topic, we will discuss about the various type of emergency situation handlings, like example, accidents, death of guests in a hotel, and the different other conditions and situations like drunken guest in a hotel and other theft, vandalism. So these are the different conditions which can be occur in our hotels many times, so that we have to prepare to handle this situation. So that's why we will discuss these points, different points in this topic, to prevent these conditions and to prevent our hotels from these different situations. So let's start, students, our topic, that is your handling emergency situations. I'm sharing a screen with you. From there, we will start. So, students, here the topic is given here. Your topic is front office BHM 203, sorry 603, and topic is your handling emergency situations. So let's start with the introduction of the topic. Besides the accidents and injuries, the hotel staff should be equipped to handle unusual events and emergency situations like terrorist activities and bomb threat, robbery and theft, drunken guest, death of a guest in hotel or hotel room, illness of the guest, theft in hotel, etc. Following is a brief explanation as to how to handle them. These are only the guidelines, and the final decision will depend on the situation and the person hanging it. The following discussion of planning for effective emergency communication outlines the most important features of such a plan. So, first start with the students. Let's first start with the developing the emergency communication plan. The emergency communication plan is developed in cooperation with the Director of Security, the front office manager, and local civil authorities. These individuals are responsible for developing a plan that will be used in the event of an impending life-threatening emergency, and will also include considerations for training staff and employees. Emergency communications manager on duty. The job description of each management position will include a task entitled Emergency communications manager on duty. The duty requires the person to act as the liaison between the hotel and the civil authorities. Each member of the management staff will receive adequate training in the responsibilities of the job. The role of emergency communications manager on duty is assumed in the following order. That's first is your GM, Assistant GM, Director of Security, Director of Maintenance, Food and Beverage Manager, Banquet Manager, Restaurant Manager, Director of Marketing and Sales, Controller, Housekeeper, Front Office Manager, Front Desk Clerk on duty, and last one is your Night Auditor. After that, we will go to our next heading, that is your responsibilities of the front office in that type of situations. On receipt of a call informing the hotel that the guest and employee are in danger, these procedures are to be followed. First is remain calm, write down the name, phone number, affiliation, and location of the person making the call. Second is your immediately alert the emergency communication manager on duty to the impending danger. If main telephone service to the hotel has been activated, use a cellular phone. Inform the front desk clerk to of the impending danger. Produce a room list of all registered guests in the hotel. Produce a list of all social functions that are in progress. Next is your alert the emergency communications leaders on duty in each hotel department. These people will report to the front office immediately. An emergency action meeting will be held with the emergency communications manager on duty. The list of registered guests and social functions in progress will assist in the evacuation. The emergency communications manager on duty will advise you which authorities should be alerted. These authorities are police department, fire department, bomb squad, electric company, gas company, water company, rescue squad, Red Cross, owner of the hotel, and GM of the hotel. Respond to phone inquiries as directed by the emergency communications manager on duty. Remain at the front office to manage emergency communications until directed to evacuate by the emergency communications manager on duty. Then our next heading will come, that is your responsibilities of other hotel departments. When we students, when we're talking about the different responsibilities of the other hotel department, then we will consider the given points in our SOPs. It's starting with the, that is your delegating the task of emergency communication leader on duty to the other responsible member of a department requires the following considerations. First is your, each department director will develop a hierarchy of position to assume the responsibility of emergency communications leader. Next is your, each emergency communications leader on duty will receive etiquette training in the responsibilities of the job duty. Next, upon receiving information indicating that the hotel guests and employees are in immediate danger, immediately relay the information to the front office, dial 0, all emergency communications leaders on duty are to report to the front office for an emergency communications meeting. Directions will be given for assisting guests and employees to evacuate. Next is your, employees on duty will take direction from the emergency communications leaders on duty on assist guests and employees in evacuating the hotel. Training. Our next heading is your training. The emergency communications manager on duty should receive 10 or more hours of training in leading a crisis situation. The training must be documented with 2 hours of refresher training every year. Current employees will receive 2 hours of training in the emergency evacuation procedures. New employees will receive training in emergency evacuation at the time of orientation. Refresher training, 2 hours every year, is required of all employees. Then we goes to the different emergency situation and how will we handle it. First, we started with the accidents. An accident is an unpleasant event that happens unexpectedly and causes injury or damage. The accidents may occur due to any one of the following reasons. That is, your first is excessive haste, carelessness, anxiety, lack of interest, lack of concentration, and failure to apply safety rules. First is your excessive haste. Excessive haste is among the prime causes of accident because a person in haste may overlook the safety rules or obstacles in the way. Therefore, to avoid accidents, one must not be in a hurry or run while on the job. Next is carelessness. Carelessness is also a common cause of accidents. The careless handling of goods and equipment may lead to accidents. For example, the bellboy is careless with the luggage, he may trip and fall. The third one is your anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of worry or fear about something, and an anxious person will not be able to concentrate on the task at hand, and this might lead to accidents. Person will not be able to concentrate on the task at hand, and this might lead to the accidents. Next is your lack of interest. If a person lack interest in what he or she is doing, it becomes careless and doesn't follow the correct procedure for carrying out a task, leading to accidents. Lack of concentration. A person may not be able to concentrate on work due to personal problems, lack of interest, and distractions. Next is your failure to apply safety rules. Safety rules, if followed, prevent accidents. Before operating any equipment, one should read and follow the operating instructions given in the product manual in order to eliminate the chances of accidents. The failure to apply safety rule may cause accidents. Then we go to the our surrounding, that is your accidents in hotels. Next scenario, accident in hotels. In hotels, accidents usually happen in one of the following areas. First is your staircases or stairways, balconies or landing, ramps, parking lots, bathtubs or showers. To minimize the number of accidents and to avoid workplace injuries, the hotel should be take care of the common problems, some of which are as follows: presence of handrails or guardrails, presence of non-slip surface, adequacy of landing areas, the accident's victim field of vision, the accident's victim's health and behavior, adequacy of lighting, weather conditions, the accident victim's health and behavior, adequacy of lighting, and weather conditions. Then we goes to the accident report. In spite of all the precautions taken by hotels to prevent accidents, mishaps may still occur. If a staff member meets with an accident within the hotel premises, it must be reported to the management and a record of accidents must be entered in the accident book. So after that, students, we goes to our next heading, that is your bomb threat emergency situation. In case of any call received regarding the bomb threat, the hotel should tie up with the local police authority and follow their instructions. The person who receives the call should take complete details of situation and should even try note down to the voice and and accent of the person who received the call should take complete details of the situation and should even try to note down the voice and accent of person calling regarding a bomb threat. Immediately, the hotel should inform the anti-bomb squad and should defuse the bomb after locating the place where it is planned. Signal the colleague to also listen in the call and try to find out the location through the exchange. Listen to the caller carefully and make it prolong and get all the information carefully, like the place where planted, time of explosion and the strength of the explosive. If possible, the skull may be tapped and note the back noise and try to catch information from assent and police to be informed. Immediately after disconnection, the GM and security officer has to be informed. If the location is identified, the department head should be also informed. People from that suspected area have to be evacuated from the particular location after all clear signal from the police. The normal process of the hotel can be continued. Next is your fire threat emergency situation. Fire is the most common emergency situation which could break in the hotel at any point in time. The most probable reason for a fire break in the hotels can be a kitchen or faulty wiring in the hotel. The concerned staff should be immediately informed and fire brigade should be informed immediately. Do not panic. If the hotel staff is well versed with the firefighting equipment, then immediately fire extinguishers should be used. The supply of electricity and gas should be immediately turned off whenever any news regarding fire comes to the hotel. So, students, after this, we will go to our next emergency situation, that is your death of an in-house guest in the hotel. Whenever information comes regarding the death of an in-house guest, the front office manager should be reported directly, who inform the GM and the security manager. Later on, the police authority is even told, and the hotel doctor is summoned to confirm the death of the guest. The residential address of the guest is also identified, and the relatives are informed. Once the doctor has confirmed the death and police has given the permission, the dead body is removed by the help of a stretcher. In a meanwhile, if the deceased guest was under some doctor consultation, then that doctor is also required. A death certificate is also prepared, and a report is prepared to mention the time, room number, and other details related to the deceased guest. The guest room is blocked and sealed, and After the permission and clearance of the police, the room is opened and spring cleaned and can be resolved again after the approval of the local authority. Accidents can take place in hotels at any point of time due to the faulty stairs, ramps, and balconies, and even due to the parking places. The hotel should ensure that handrails, the non-slip surface should be used while framing the architectural plan for the hotels. Then we goes to our next subheading, that is your lost and found. This is a term used in hotel parlance to refer to any item which is left by the guest or temporarily misplaced by the guest but traced later by the hotel staff. Such articles to be handed over to the housekeeping department, which maintain a special locker for this purpose. If the item belongs to the guest who has already checked out, then a letter has to be sent to the forwarding address left by the guest while checkout, or which is there in the registration card. If no replies is received by the hotel within a certain time limit, that may be auctioned to the hotel employees or take a decision as per the hotel policies and rules. Next is your theft or robbery emergency situation. The front desk is having cash with them, so there is also the possibilities of theft and robbery. Also, there are belongings of the house guest. To discourage theft, the front office should inform the guest to deposit their valuables in the safety deposit lockers. Also, to discourage robbers, the guest should be asked to leave their valuables in room or in room locker. In the event of an armed robbery, the employee should follow a particular procedure like first is comply with the robber's demand. Next is your do not make any sudden movement as it may provoke the robbers to use weapons or firearms. Remain quiet unless directed to talk by the robbers. Do not attempt to disarm the robbers as they may jeopardize many lives. The cashier may switch on the secret alarm that might be installed in the cash drawer while also following the direction of robbers so that they do not get suspicious of him. Observe the robbers carefully, noting the physical characteristics. Note the direction of escape and the type of registration number of the vehicle used by the robbers. Do not touch any object that that is used by the robbers and restrict the movement of people in the area in order to preserve fingerprints and other possible evidence left by the robbers. Gather the details of robbers from the peoples who have witnessed the event and record them in the crime report form. So friends, after that we goes to our next emergency situation, that is your illness and epidemics emergency situation. There should always be a doctor on call available for the hotel so that in case or in case if any guest suffers from any kind of problem, then he or she can be given the concerned treatment as soon as follows or possible. Next is your vandalism. The front office staff must call the hotel security and order the main door to be locked. If the situation gets out of the hand, then the security manager should call the police immediately. Damage to property by the resident guest. The front office cashier is instructed to raise a charge for the value of the damages to property. A responsible guest will never argue, but if he does, the subject to be referred to the general manager. Then, students, we go to our next emergency situation, that is your handling drunken guest. A drunken guest may disturb another guest and could be a cause of embarrassment for the hotels. To avoid problems, the hotel staff should politely remove the drunken guest from the hotel lobby or at the earliest and escort him to an isolated place like the back office. If the guests act in an unruly manner, the hotel security must be called. The hotel staff should calmly handle the situation by following the SOPs for handling the drunken guest, and the every hotel has its own module or SOPs to deal with the emergency situations. It is very important not to panic in the emergency situations. The hotel staff should be trained to remain as possible to avoid panic in guests. They should calmly handle the situation and try to diffuse the threat to the security of guests till the expert help arrives. For the front office, also a security program would be very or more effective of the hotel employees if participate in the hotel security efforts. The front office personnel play a vital role in assisting the hotel security personnel to carry out their tasks efficiently. The front office employees like door attendant, parking attendant, bellboys, and receptionists should observe all the people who are entering or leaving the hotel premises, and if they notice any suspicious activities or circumstances, they should immediately report the same to the security personnel. So, thank you, students. So, students, today's we have discussed the different emergency situations handling in hotels. These are the very beneficial procedures or SOPs for any hotels who are facing these problems. So, if we keep practicing and also all the hotel employees keep practicing to handle these situations in time to time basis, then we will handle very well or to very well to handle these all situations. So students, let's we finish here this topic, and we will meet again in our next lecture video with the new topic of the front office and your syllabus, that is your PHM 2603. So I hope you all understood this topic very well. So thank you all of you for today, and we will meet in our next lecture. Thank you all of you.